still a very relationship. What can you what can you learn from a horse as much as what a horse can learn from you? So it's that even on a much grander scale amongst trout communities, it's what we're hearing here.
Let me just wrap with when I presented this stuff to the Inca group, the local Native American groups who are preserving traditions and spirituality. And I offered them to do a workshop, and they sent 2 different groups of kids over to my barn to do the kind of thing that we did. And 2 of the elders, Matt Rosile, who just died this year, and John Yazzie, who's a well-respected leader locally, they said to me, the one guy said, my grandfather taught me that you don't get on a horse you don't know. And what are we taught? You learn to ride, and then you get on a horse that's trained. It's not about that. You don't get on a horse you don't know. And you watch their ears, their eyes, their nose. And you see my little booklet, all that stuff right there. It's the same thing, because I learned myself. I didn't know anything. I'd taken lessons through high school and college. And then I got Nadi, who they couldn't put a halter on his head because he got loose at 2 years old and bred mares on his own. He didn't need anybody. And so I spent days and hours and weeks and months getting halter on his head, to the point where success was I could get it on in 20 minutes. But I didn't know anything about working with an untrained horse. So they told me that that they were taught that from their elders, and this whole different approach to things. So I think it's a very different way of looking at things. So we can say it, but to experience it, and what does that mean every day and everything you do, that's what I'm trying to get at in the barn.
Well, for 15 years, Nadi was the horse that I learned to ride on.
Yeah,
so I'm reminded when we were riding that mare.
Rowan.
And she sort of transversed to another universe. Nadi was right behind her, and she threw you off.
No, she jumped.
You stepped off.
I threw myself off.
You
She
threw
freaked
yourself
out.
off. Okay.
Yes, it's true. She freaked
so
out.
Nadi sat down, and I'm on, turned around, looked at me, and I could hear words, like, get off now. I'm about to chase that mare. You have about 2 seconds.
I said, what happened? I said, did not even throw you off?
No.
And he said, no, he sat down, and I was on the ground. He did. And then he went and got the mare.
Wow.
Yeah. And the mare in medieval Italy, she was my daughter. I tried to marry her off to David, and she killed me because she didn't want to do it. In a more recent life, in the American West, we were surrounded by Indians and under siege, and we were in our circle, and we were starving. And she said, I'm going to get eaten by wolves anyway. So we killed her to live. There's all kinds of things going on all the time that they know and they feel. But anyway, heavy.
Touched my heart and my soul and my whole being, and from the same life. And I'm lost right now because I took off 3 years to do my doctorate, and I had to abandon the horses along the way. And it's truly feels like abandonment. I've lost something, and it's my health is suffered for it. I finished the doctorate program, but it's like I've got to get back. They brought me to that state, and now I have to return back. And before I started the doctorate program, I was on a mission with the U.S. Humane Society, and we fought really hard to have 2 slaughterhouses closed, one in Texas and one in Illinois. And I remember right before I applied to the doctorate program, the week before I went up to Illinois and picked up a tractor trailer load full of horses that were going to slaughter, and brought them back to Colorado, and we were able to, they were just packed in a trailer, and we recuperated and worked with each one of them. There were 20 packed in this small, big trailer, and we found homes for every single one of them. And we lost 2 because they were so badly bruised. But yesterday when you mentioned in your story about the horses being, it touched me, and I guess I dealt with the whole thing by going through the doctorate program and then putting my mind into another area, although they were always there with me at every step. What would my horse do given a situation like this, with this committee, or with this this problem that I'm having right now, or give me strength to deal with this, and so I call on them all the time.
That's the thing too, they don't go away. And even though I wouldn't call myself friendly with them, they are one of the things I've learned from horses is how to fall. And I can't tell you how many times I've fallen, most recently in Hawaii with my wife and I were there in June.